Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? Welcome to Chicago. We got mid 40s. We got like 44 degrees. At least that's what my phone said. And so let's take advantage of the sunshine. I'm probably just going to take a walk through the loop here. What I was thinking about doing is going to check out the Federal Reserve branch when we went by there yesterday as we crossed Michigan Avenue looking north towards the Wrigley building. They got a money museum, and I think it's free, and I never been in there. I don't know if they're going to let me film in there. That's the question. And so someone's yelling behind me. I don't know what the anger is about here. Be Creative, how's it going? How you doing? Good afternoon. Crystal Blue, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, see, horns and people yelling, and I don't know what's going on here, but here we'll head down Lake Street. There's the L. Let's zoom in here. Amber, how's it going? Thanks. Hey, I'm trying to hold on one second here. We'll give some shout outs to people here. I just want to zoom in, get the L going by. There's this Iron Mountain truck goes down Garland Court here. But yeah, I'm thinking about just walking through the loop here, nothing big, and we'll go down towards the Board of Trade there. They have a money museum for the Federal Reserve. I know the Fed spoke yesterday. All my talk about inflation and interest rates and stuff like that, we'll see what their nice PR museum says there. And so the question is, you know, we'll see if they let me film in there with the gimbal. I think you have to show them your ID because it is a Federal Reserve building. It's free. It's open during weekdays. So we'll try, and if we can't, we'll do something else. But I'm going to try to get in that museum, and we'll film it and see how it goes. But hey, Wes, how's it going? Mary Therese, beautiful day. Yeah, Amber, thanks for tuning in. Danny, thanks for tuning in. Hey, Danny, yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in to YouTube. Here, we'll go past the Wabash here. And yesterday we saw the bridge lift. It was pretty nice. You can see the reruns there. If you missed it, it's fine. We can see the reruns on YouTube, the whole live, and I cut out some of the footage. And so here, let's cross the street here. We'll get on the south side of the street here on Lake Street at Wabash, and we'll just go down State Street. Danny, how's it going? Amber, Mary Therese, did I miss anybody? Wes, Dolores, thanks for tuning in. Crystal Blue, Be Creative, good. Okay, good. So, yeah, let's take advantage of the sunshine, 44 degree weather. I mean, after what we went through on Tuesday, this isn't bad at all. Look at the L going by the bend here. It's a green line. Tammy, how's it going? Yeah. Oh, isn't the resolution great? Yeah, the resolution's great on YouTube. You can, if you're watching on your flat screen TV and you got the YouTube app, you can throw it on your big screen TV and watch it like a movie. Scenes of the city. Tara, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. That's great. Thanks, everybody. Yeah. So if you missed it, I'm going to head across the loop. I'll go over to LaSalle. When we went by, after we filmed the bridge lift yesterday over by the Sears Tower, we walked back LaSalle, and I forgot that there's a money museum there. It's free. It's just not that big. It's small for the Federal Reserve building. So I'm going to see if they let me film in there. There's no guarantee they're going to let me film in there. And so we'll give it a try. Here we'll go under the marquee of the Chicago Theater here. We'll go by the Torture Museum. And the red line here. There's the Torture Museum. Hey, Marina Tower's looking nice. ESPN Chicago, Channel 7 News. Hannibal Buress. Oh, we got some sirens. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, wow, they're flying too. Scenes of the city here. Benton Place and State. See how they bend the signs. There's some people yelling over there. Well, welcome to the big bad city. There's always something stupid going on. Look, smile, take a photo here. Okay. You get some Utz potato chips. There's just too much going on. But signs of the changing seasons. Yeah, Macy's, they got the trumpets out. They're starting to set up the window displays. Free donuts. Yeah. It's immersive. Yeah. Pretty soon we'll put on the goggles. We'll have the Oculus live stream. It'll be like you're inside my head. It'll be like being John Malkovich. We'll have the implants, you know. Hey, look, we've got 44 degrees. We got the light. Let's check out the clock here on the old Marshall Fields Macy's. Still looks like it used to with they'll have the holiday window displays. Maybe, hey, look, they already have some window displays. Let's check out the new. This will get us in the holiday season here. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. There, they already got a holiday display at Macy's here. Look, they got the TV. They got the TV playing some old cartoons there. Got the clock here. Here, let's cross the street while we got the light here. We'll run across State Street, give you a nice view of the Chicago Theater. Look how nice that looks. Yeah, the Marshall Field clock. Horns all around. I'm deaf from every day. A horn right in your ear every day. Nederlander. Yeah, we were briefly talking about this yesterday. I know all the haunted places in Chicago. The original theater is, of course, gone. When they first built this, it was called the Iroquois Theater, and it was a horrible fire. And hundreds of people lost their lives. And that was like the beginning of the 20th century, I think. And unfortunately, they stacked the bodies in the alley behind there. It was horrible. And that's why they still to this day, they say that haunted, the alley behind here, they call it Dead Man's Alley or something. And of course, this was the Oriental Theater for years, and it's been rebranded as the Nederlander. And but there's another haunted Chicago place. It's not just the Congress Hotel and Lincoln Park. It's this stuff, you know. Yeah, the Cuckoo Clock, the Cuckoo Clock building with the blick. Yeah, that's what I call that too. That's the I always expect like a little cuckoo to come out of that window. There, let's go by Daily Plaza. They're setting up the Kris Kringle Market. And we'll see if they made any progress. We'll see if my connection stays strong. Hopefully we're streaming clear to the rear here, 3,800 kilobits per second. And Chris, yeah, what a perfect day. Enjoying the sunshine. It's 44 degrees. It feels like a nice fall day compared to what we had Tuesday. I went out to the parade there on Halstead, and it was pelting us with snow. The nice costume contest. People seem to like that. And yeah, we'll go past Daily Plaza, see if they made any progress. Oh, the haunted farm. I'll have to look at it. So Magic Mike went to a haunted farm. He's been posting really good videos. I know he went to Graceland Cemetery. I'm glad he did that. And yeah, we'll check out the haunted farm there.
I texted you.
That's a lot of good content. Yeah, the Kris Kringle Market. Sharon, how's it going? Thanks for tuning. Look, they're making good progress. This is all been set up since we were here. What, on Tuesday? I think we walked by here. And please do not sit. What, I don't know what that is. They got some stuff there. But look, yeah, Kris Kringle Market. No, when this opens, they'll have all the booths, and there's the Picasso, City Hall. Here's the flame, eternal flame there. And yeah, it's starting to take shape there. Kris Kringle Market, Daily Plaza. We still streaming okay? Good. Yeah, I'll check it out. Thanks, Tara, for the heads up. There's so much content. It's impossible. It's so sometimes it's hard to find stuff on TikTok. You know, even if you're looking for it, you have to go to somebody's page if it doesn't show up in my For You page. And there's Channel 2 News. I want to get across the street. Yeah, the light's going to change. We'll go across. So there's the Urban Space Food Hall. They got several of those. They're doing construction over here. We'll cross here at Washington at Dearborn, and then we'll angle over to LaSalle Street eventually. Chris and the people that just joined, man, this noise of the construction. Well, here, you're not supposed to walk in the bike lane. I'm crossing it just to get away from the scaffolding. Here, we'll film the Kris Kringle Market here. Hopefully the connection's staying strong here. We kind of cut out sometimes around Daily Plazas. Everybody knows we'll do the best we can here. But yeah, I'm generally going back to LaSalle Street. The reason I'm going over there, I want to see if they'll let me film in the Money Museum. I know they check your ID. It's a federal building. There's a free museum there. It's not that big. I think it'll be perfect for our lunch walk because I'm only going to spend 15 minutes there anyway. And they got, you know, how they make the money and boring stuff about the Federal Reserve, but it's these things that impact our lives. There's the Chicago Temple building. This is the First United Methodist Church. We went inside there before. Of course, there's a chapel on the ground. There's one on the 20-something floor on the top there. Here we're across from City Hall. Bunny, yeah, the Bunny Museum. Let's go to the Bunny Museum. That'd be nice. Yeah, we go up to Cuddle Bunny. We went by Cuddle Bunny up on Clark Street on Tuesday night. Money with an M. Money. I slur my words. Money with an M. Here, let's go down this way. There should be a bunny museum. Let's start a bunny museum with a B. We'll call it Bad Bunny, or we'll call it Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny makes some great music. But there, they're delivering some water. So we're heading south on Clark Street. Yeah, 28 North Clark. We'll go down to Madison here. I know we're looking into the sun here, but it's nice that there is sun. Look at that alley. All these dark alleys. You got it good. But yeah, the weather looks like it's going to be pretty nice over the weekend. So either Saturday or Sunday, I haven't picked which day. I want to go down to Hyde Park, check the progress on the Presidential Library. We could walk through Kenwood and go past some of those Frank Lloyd Wright houses. We might go past the former Obama residence. I know they still have Secret Service protection, but people are interested in that usually. And I might even get down in the Woodlawn and check out some other stuff that people always ask about around there. But we'll keep that on the hush hush to surprise everybody, because I don't want to advertise it. And I don't want to advertise my itinerary. Here's the St. Peter's in the Loop. Look at that. Look at the nice facade there. Annette, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to Chicago. Yeah, we're on Madison Street. We went inside there. You know, they got a nice, simple chapel in there. And we're heading west. We're heading west on Madison. Look at this alley. Look at this alley with the scaffolding. Look at the scale of this, the density of the Loop here in Chicago, right across from St. Peter's in the Loop. So, yeah, let's head over to LaSalle. We'll head down to the Federal Reserve there. We'll see if they'll let us in. You got to show your ID. I think it's free. It's open Monday through Friday. You only get oh man, the horns. You gotta, if you got a larger group, you have to let them know. But if you're just a small group of people, you can just walk in, I think, and they just check your ID. So here we are, once again, LaSalle Street in Madison. LaSalle and Madison, Chicago, Illinois, USA, planet Earth. This great vistas we have to the Board of Trade. I never tire of seeing this. When I first saw this, I was just like, you only get vistas like this, on like Park Avenue, Fifth Avenue by the Grand Central Terminal in New York City and Chicago, where you got these nice buildings that terminate. All roads lead to the Board of Trade. It feels like, the canyons here. And yeah, the noise crackdown. I wish they would enforce the noise ordinance. All the motorcycles and cars blaring their speakers all the time, waking people up 4 in the morning with their mufflers. Yeah, look at this iconic view. And look how the sun's hitting the Northern Trust there, how they added 2 floors to the top here. These financial institutions that used to line this. You know, there's like the Bank of India. There's all kinds of interesting things here. But we'll head over to Monroe, and we do need to cross the street here, so we'll cross, get a nice, perfect vista as we cross LaSalle Street here, looking south from Monroe at the Board of Trade here. Yeah, we got the light here. So thanks for tuning in. Welcome to Chicago. Look at this great view. It's kind of hard with the sun here. I know we're looking straight into the sun. Here's the L going by. There's the L going by. Pink line. That's on Wells Street. And yeah, let's cross here. It's looking west. We're looking south. So I'm not sure what's going to happen here. What I might do is since you guys are people I know and trust and know what's going on, what I'll do is I'll take my phone off the gimbal. I'm going to put the phone in my pocket when I give them my ID. I'm going to keep the live stream going, and then I'll probably have it on my hand, because I don't think they're going to like the gimbal because it's the Federal Reserve. So I'll hold the phone in my hand when we go to the museum. It'll be a little shaky, but I want to, you know, keep this going. I'll ask him if it's okay for me to film in there, and I think it is, because somebody said they went to it, they took pictures. It's a museum. You know, I know the Art Institute doesn't like it, but this is like a free museum, public museum here at the Federal Reserve, and I'll ask him when I give him my ID. But here now, the sunset behind the Board of Trade, there's the Rookery building. See, we're across from Bank of America. This used to be the LaSalle State Bank building. They built this at the beginning of the Great Depression. They still built it like the Empire State Building, even though the stock market had already crashed. Kevin, yeah. Frank Gallagher. Yeah, I'll stay off his lawn. That's great. Thanks for tuning in, Kevin. I know that, yeah, you said your dad's name was Frank, but I know it's really something else. That's great. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, okay, here's the Rookery. Here, we'll cross the street here. That car's cutting me off here. That's fine. So here's generally where the Federal Reserve is. It's the southern half of this block. You see how Wintrust, we're across from the Rookery, and we went inside there. That's where the and here I'm going to take the phone off the gimbal here, so it's going to get shaky, and I'm going to put the gimbal in my coat pocket here, and then I'm going to switch hands here. Look at that. Look at the Board of Trade, the Rookery building. We can see the top of it. Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to LaSalle Street. I got the phone in my hand, so that's why it's shaky. And what I'm going to do is when we go in here, the screen will go dark. Please stay on. You'll hear me talking. I got to give my ID to go into, and I'm not trying to do anything illegal here. I'm just trying to maintain the stream here. I'm trying to not draw attention to myself here. So let's see. I think this is where this door here. So you see right underneath the Board of Trade, across from Wintrust, here's the Federal Reserve building. And I think there's a museum right here. And I think it's right here. So it's either here or here. Maybe it's over here. Let's see if we can find where it's at here. So this is like the Money Museum. Here it is. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my phone in the pocket. We're going to see how this goes here. And either way, I'll try to be back here in a second here, okay? Okay, Chris. Yeah, I'm not going to be loud. So here. Phone in the pocket. Get my ID out. Take the flat off here. We go through the door here and get my ID.
Yes, you got the photo ID.
That's being short area.
All right. Awesome.
Thank you, sir.
All right, so before...
Is it okay if I take pictures in there? Or?
Sure.
Good.
Yeah. So before you go in, everybody has to go through screening.
Okay.
All right, so anything left in your pocket, phone, keys, all that.
I got a gimbal for the camera. This is just a stabilizer.
Okay.
So I'll put this.
Oh, yeah, I'm good.
Okay, good.
Before you go in, So like I said, everything but has to come out your car. Okay. Get in, take all the photos that you want. Good. Once you leave today, these doors are automatic. So just step in and then the turn for it. Just like that. Yeah. Thank you, sir. All right. Have a good one. All right.
Look at that. It's like the whole opens.
Yeah.
That's what he said. I know. All right, yeah, I'll take everything out. Yep. Should I take my coat off? Or?
No, your coat is fine.
Okay. Nah, I don't think so. Just the zippers, you know, yeah.
So there's restroom in the back corner.
That's good to know.
Yep. And we are giving away shredded money.
I'll get some of that. Thank you. Hey, they're giving away shredded money. Look at this. So, here we go. We made it. We made it. So, hey, everybody's still in? Look at this. We made it to the Money Museum. They're giving away shredded money. I'm talking loud. So, let me go over here. Let me get my gimbal. And here we go. So, let's try to put the phone back on the gimbal. And then we can tour this museum here. So, hold on a second here. I'm trying to get the gimbal open with one hand here. Hold on. Oh, come on. There we go. It's always a struggle getting this thing. So we're going to go sideways for a second here while I get this thing calibrated here. So bear with me 1 second here. There we go. Hey, we're back. How's that going here? So here we'll go sideways. Got to turn the chat back on. We're still here. Poke and dagger. No, he said it's fine. I showed him the gimbal. He says he's familiar with the gimbal. They're fine with me filming in here. So hey, we made it in. So this is where we came in. We're at the. You go through those doors. See, there's metal detector. That's how you exit. They talk about the creation of the Federal Reserve. We'll come back and look at this. I'll give you just a brief overview. So if you just joined, we're in Chicago. We're in the Money Museum here in the Federal Reserve. This is the actual Federal Reserve branch of Chicago. They said they're giving away free shredded money. So they go through how America's money's changed through the years 1789, early experiments in banking. Here's some old banknotes. Philadelphia, the old banknotes, the old Bank of the United States. There was the First Bank, the Second Bank, the Somerset, Worcester, the Citizens Bank, $2 notes. Got about the Federal Reserve when the Federal Reserve was created in the 1920s. The Federal Reserve didn't always exist. Congress created it in the 1920s after there was a banking crisis in 1907. And J.P. Morgan pretty much bailed out the entire monetary system, and he's like, I'm never doing this again. And that's why they created the Federal Reserve. Shredded money. I know. It's all the serial numbers. Hey, Lisa, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, if I missed anybody joining in, we put the phone. We ran you through security. You all went through security. You made it. Can you believe it? Here it talks about President Lincoln, National Banking Act, how they financed the Civil War. You got here. Let's go around here. There's a lot of people in here. This is a free museum. If you're ever on LaSalle Street here in Chicago, I've never been here. This is the first time I've been here. It talks about America's money during the colonial period. Money in colonial America. Look at these old pounds. These old pounds in continental currency. You got all this pamphlets and this making sense. Is it pretty neat? Yeah. U.S. Mint in Philadelphia. Yeah. Clear pens. Yeah, I've seen some of those pens stuffed with money. Yeah. And here they talk about America's money, 1900 and 1918. Central Bank. Look at this $5,000. There's a $5,000 bill. $10,000 bill. Imagine losing that in your wallet. There's an old $500 gold coin. You could exchange a gold coin for $500. The gold standard. That was when we were on the gold standard. Look at that. Talk about the military currency. I guess during the war, they had World War II, they had lira. That's Italy. That's Italian money, France money. What is this? Austria money, 10 shilling. Austria uses the shilling. Look at all this money from World War II. And look, remember people had to ration during the war. You know, you got the even during the 70s, the gas crisis, inflation. Remember the stagflation of the 70s? They talk about that. They talk about Korea, Vietnam. I'm trying to not talk so loud so people can enjoy this museum. Here, this is actually bigger than I thought. If you just joined, we're in Chicago. We're in the Money Museum here in the Federal Reserve. This is the Federal Reserve branch of Chicago, and they got all these displays about barter system, precious metal coins. There's gold and silver coins. Here we got the banknotes, paper currencies, checks, store value cards. We know about those. CTA card. There's the old transit card. Direct deposit. So what is money? That's the question. What is money? Exchange of value, store of value. So you can all the currency here. They talk about how to spot real or fake counterfeits. You can, rip money. How often you get rip money that's all mushed up and stuff. How they got the bands in it and stuff, Yeah, it's free. You know me, I'm all about finding stuff that's free. This museum is about money, but it's free. Like, what is this? They got some life cycle of the dollar. So they do burn the money every once in a while and shred the money, and that's what they said they're giving away, the life cycle of the dollar. Okay, and I guess that's what this represents. You got some here. You could put your face on the $100 bill. You could be Ben Franklin right there. Your banking options. There. Thanks for staying on, everybody. This is fun. Let's see, what do we got? How to keep your money healthy. Banking options. There, you can put yourself on the $2 bill. I got a $2 bill. It has Thomas Jefferson on it. And $2 bills are nice because of how the back is. This guy's an interesting back. Here's some more money in America. How the money... Look, Home National Bank, Milford, $2 bill. Compound interest. Look at this little bitty stuff. It's really small, like postage stamp size. Here's an old $50 bill. Look how the back used to look different. $500. What is that, John Quincy Adams? Look at all these. Look at the buffalo. They had a buffalo on the $10 bill. Does anybody remember when $10 used to look like this? Can you see this? Yeah. Wow, $202 bills. I know, fake money. It's like a $3 bill. Yeah, thanks, Sharon. Yeah, we enjoy museums. Laundered money. Yeah, where's the Bitcoin? Where's the Bitcoin in this museum? Cryptocurrency. Look at the silver dollar. You could exchange a dollar. Look at this. Wow, we got a $5. Has an American Indian, Native American chieftain probably with the headdress on. Look at this intricate $5 bill. I've never seen these before. Where does this $5? $5 silver certificate. This was like a bond. It was like a $5 silver certificate, 1899. Look at that. Look at this $20. Look how beautiful. Look how beautiful money can be. This is the $20 gold certificate, 1905 Technicolor. That's what they call that. Look at that yellow. But this is the $5 educational certificate, 1899. Look at that. That is beautiful. $5. People would invest in it like bonds. No, I know that, Tara. I'm joking about anybody remembers that. Look at this. They got the, there, Hamilton. Everybody likes Hamilton, comes to Chicago to see the Hamilton musical. There's all the $10, how the $10 bill has changed. This was the 1928 $10 bill. Here's the 1929 Federal Reserve Bank. 1934 $10 certificate. Blue seal is redeemable. It was redeemable in silver coins, so you could redeem the $10 for silver coins in 1934. And there's the Federal Reserve notes. Remember, they confiscated the gold during the Great Depression. That was really controversial. You weren't allowed. It was illegal to hold gold. You had to you had to exchange your gold so we could get through the Great Depression, and that's why a lot of people didn't like FDR that were wealthy. But so Alexander Hamilton National Bank. Why'd the bank close? You know, what time we got here? 12:31. I'm just trying to get an overview of what's here. Look at these posters. Women of America, buy saving stamps. These are all the war, all the people that bought war bonds during the World War II and maybe World War I. Liberty loans. Here, that's my phone here. I'll turn that off here. Hold on a second. There. Yeah, it's a telemarketer anyway. Buy bonds. Over the top, Illinois. WSS. You see how you can look out the window here? This is looking at Jackson Street. Jackson and Financial Place. We're looking out the window. So we are within the bottom, the ground floor. There's restrooms here of the actual Federal Reserve branch of Chicago. That's why we had to go through security to get in this museum and make sure I still got my keys. Sometimes I leave my keys in security. Ah, chair of the Federal Reserve. There's the Board of Governors there. Look, this is what $1 million look like. So that cube of money is $1 million. And let's see what the bills are. Is it $100? It's $1. So these are bundles of $1. And that's what $1 million $1 bills looks like. So if you had $1 million $1 bills, that's how much room it would take up. Oh yeah, let's go over to the money pit. Let's go over to the money pit. We'll find it. Yeah, I want to check this out. I'm still getting my bearings here. It looks like there's an immersive display in here. They got a nice little conference room here. Let's head out this side. Oh, the impact of inflation. This is what I want to see. The Fed's role in inflation, yeah. A low rate of inflation is necessary, yeah, 2%. But now we're up to like 4 or 7%. The Fed's role, deflation. That's the worst thing. That's the worst fear of the Fed is deflation. So they'd rather have inflation than deal with deflation, because that's what happened during the Great Depression. The value of stuff went down, and it freaked everybody out. Look at there's $1 million in $20 bills. So if you got $20 bills, so if you got $100 bills, you could really fit $1 million in a lot smaller space. What's the buying power of your money? Yeah. Here, let's see if we can find this money pit. Let's see if we can find the money pit here. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to Chicago. If you just joined, we're in the Money Museum here at the Federal Reserve branch of Chicago off of LaSalle Street. We went through security. There you go to the loan discount window there. Banks can get a cheaper rate than we can. There's the money pit. You can walk right over. See the coins there? Yeah, walk over the money pit. Yeah, they got bars on the windows. Yeah, we're in jail. So here, this is what we missed when we first wrote the creation of the Federal Reserve. Let's see what they say. How did the Fed get originated? 1913, December 23rd, 1913. Third attempt at the central bank. You know, here's the original officers of the Federal Bank, Reserve Bank of Chicago. Look at the Merchants Hotel and Restaurant. Milwaukee Avenue State Bank in Chicago. Huh. There, Woodrow Wilson. That's when they Congress passed it. See, remember when the money used to have different like A, B, C, D, E, 7, Chicago. So these, you know, here's all the cities: Boston, you know, San Francisco. It used to say on your money, you turn it around, it would say, but they don't do that anymore. It's just like with the code, you know. And then here's where we're at. This is where we're at. This is the building we're in right now. See the Board of Trade right there. And look at the old handwritten ledger here. But hey, this is nice. Yeah, $50. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, isn't that nice? That's great. Given my grandmother would do the same thing. She would slip a $2 bill in a card, you know, and we'd be so happy. Yeah, here's they ground up the money. So these are like some of the money that they'll give you a bag of shredded money there, you know. And but yeah, they got bars on the windows. But see, you can see, you see what it is. You got the timeline here. I'm not going to spend much more time here because I just wanted to give a brief overview. I'm sure you can check this out. While I'm here, is there anything I missed that I should check out? Is there any questions? And, I just wanted to walk over here, see if we could get through security. We can come back another time. And check this out. I just wanted to give a brief overview. And yeah, it's nice that this is here. This is free to visit. You just got to go show them your ID, go through security, and it's not bad at all. And they let you film in here, and it's a fun time. So I'm going to head out. I'll follow these people. Let's go back out so I can make it back to work on time. And we'll just go to LaSalle Street. Push the door here. And I'll try not to film. I'm not going to film the security here. That's cool. Thank you. That is awesome. So I made sure I didn't film the security, especially since we're at the Federal Reserve. They don't want their image on the internet, I'm sure. And so you see where we're at here. We just we're right underneath the Board of Trade. We just went to the Money Museum. You see it there, the Money Museum. And thanks for coming along for the ride. It worked. Yeah, thanks for watching. Yeah, so if you missed any of it, go to the live recordings there on YouTube, and we can clip it out. And there's the Board of Trade. We're crossing LaSalle Street right at Jackson. Let's head over on Jackson. We'll go by the Calder Flamingo. We'll go by the Calder Flamingo statue, since we already walked down that way. But here, this is the Federal Reserve building in Chicago, LaSalle and Jackson Street. There's LaSalle looking north, and there's the Chicago Board of Trade. Our version of Wall Street, the commodities market, historically. And of course, we got the Mercantile Exchange, which is over on Wacker. We saw that yesterday when we saw the bridge lift. But hey, it's a warm day. It's 45 degrees. It might get up close to 50. We got the sun out. Look at these statues. Let me film these statues. So just on Jackson Street, just east of the Board of Trade, look at these beautiful statues they got here. And you see that there's the connection to this building, the Board of Trade. But look at these beautiful statues, and they talk about it. This is the original Board of Trade, the old stock exchange. And I don't know if this is the one that Richard Nickel died in or not, trying to salvage the materials. But look at these beautiful statues they got here. And they got this fountain. Look at this fountain. Look at the detail of this fountain. It's kind of very Art Deco, just like the Ceres statue that adorns the top of the Board of Trade. Look how nice that is. Oh yeah, all this stuff, if you're ever downtown in the Loop, that's why I'm showing this stuff. So you could see how you could check this stuff out yourself. If you bring somebody down here and want to show them this stuff, you can check it out, And yeah, let's head over to the Federal Plaza, which is the federal courthouse. And we've been by it before, but we'll walk underneath the Calder statue since it's such a nice day. We got 12:40 in the PM. We're on Jackson Street Boulevard in Chicago, heading east. And is there a food court there? The Central Standard Building. There's the Federal Mies van der Rohe, the black box Mies van der Rohe buildings. Yeah, check it out later tonight. Thanks, Mayo. Michael Anderson. Lisa, thanks for tuning in. It's locked down. The branch in Omenal is locked down. Yeah, I'm sure they got tight security. That's why I wasn't sure I could film in there, because look at these beautiful vintage skyscrapers. There's the one to the right, the red one, but the white one's vintage too. But the one that's the Marquette building that we go through sometimes. There's the L going by. Look at that. It's looking south on Clark Street. And so we'll cross. We'll cross over here. Here's some traffic coming. There's the L going by. Here's Wintrust Financial. This is the post office. We'll go over here into the Federal Plaza and we'll go underneath the Calder statue. The weather is beautiful. It feels like a 50-degree day. There's a little wind. But the sun's out. They're working on they're cleaning the windows. There's the main post office branch in the loop right there. This looks really nice at night. This might be one of my favorite Mies van der Rohe modernist international style. I know he did all the stuff at IIT, but look at that roof. And there's hardly any columns. You could look straight through the glass, and it's just like that roof is like floating there, and it's just the glass membrane and how it lines up with the square. Everything's graph paper. Everything with Mies is mullions and graph, and it becomes boring. But it looked very futuristic when they built this in the 60s. It was unique to have a whole wall of glass, you know. And now we take it for granted because there's so many buildings that are just walls of glass. But here's the Calder statue, the Federal Plaza here in Chicago. Of course, Calder was a modernist sculptor, and this is some of his large scale thing. It's called the Flamingo here in the Federal Plaza. Isn't that great? Yeah. And you can walk right underneath it. That's the best thing about it. It's immersive art, you know. You need your art spoon-fed to you. Look at that. Yeah, we got to turn the clocks back this weekend. Man, it'll be dark by the time I get out of work. I know that's, you know, it'll still be light in the morning though. So, you know, we'll and of course, every day people are like, somebody replies in the comment, "You walk in the same neighborhoods every day." I'm like, I'm walking to work. You know, when you drive to work, you drive down the same stretch of road, right? And it's so hard to explain to people. They tune in once and they think. I'm like, I went to Pilsen, I went to Lawndale, I might go to Hyde Park this weekend. Doesn't that count? You walk in the same neighborhoods all the time. I'm like, well, watch something else. That's the only thing you got out of this, you know? You're boring. Okay, thanks. Thanks for your comment. Thanks for contributing to society with your boring comment. I'm talking about somebody else, not you guys. You know what I'm talking about. You just got to ignore the comments. Hey, we'll go by Burkhoff's. Yeah, we'll cross the street here. Marquette building. What time we got? 12:44. Yeah, let's go past Burkhoff's. We'll cross the street here. We'll do the Marquette building some other time. I'll give you a nice image of the Calder there. Yeah, that's it. That's what I got to say. Henri Cuss. I like your handle there. That's a good name. You know. And the same people, you know, like you know, I got to air my grievances because you're a sympathetic audience. You guys know what I deal with, and everybody that live streams deals with this too. Even Taylor Swift, people criticize her. She's like, look, you know, it goes with the territory, you know. But some, you know, this person's actually like an influencer. They have like a lot more followers than I do, and they made a comment, and somebody. You know, Chris, listen to this. It's funny. This happens all the time. Sarah deals with this all the time. So I have no idea what their comment was, but their comment was bad enough that Sarah or Diana or Chris or somebody blocked them just temporarily for one day. And then it makes them angry when they get blocked. And so they go to one of my TikToks and they said, "Oh, you need to control your moderators. One of your moderators blocked me and I'm so disappointed." I'm like, hey, I support my moderators. You must have said something that they knew was going to make me angry and you got blocked. I'm like, TikTok censors stuff all the time. You know, get used to it. It's TikTok. Oh, I'm sorry your feelings were hurt. You know, it's just like my feelings are hurt every day. My moderators' feelings are hurt every day. They don't care about that, but they care about their feelings being hurt, and they'll make sure they let you know. And if they can't respond, they'll find a TikTok and complain on that. And so I'm complaining now. I know you don't want to hear it. I just got to vent and get it out. It's just... The mentality, the TikTok mentality, it just kills me. Look at this nice, and this person, like, you know, they should know what it's like. They should know what it's like, you know, like they don't have to have moderators. You know, everybody needs moderators. You know, the fact that we need moderators shows something's broken with social media. you know. Anyway, I really appreciate my moderators. I appreciate Chris, Diana, Sarah, Anita, Magic Mike, Christina. It's a thankless job. We couldn't do it without you. And it's just so funny that they're like, they want to cancel you, but then if you try to cancel them, they're like, oh, you're hurting my rights, but they want to hurt our rights. It's just like a one-way street, you know. And that's what it's all about. I'm getting better, though. Someone this morning, they were like, what do you think about the conflict in the Middle East? I'm like, there's no way I'm weighing into that, especially on a live online forum. Imagine the landmines. No matter what you say, the people that tune in, and including you people, your political persuasions, I'm sure, span the gamut. And it's fine. This is like a radio station. People tune in. We learn from each other. I respect other people's opinions. Not everybody has to think like me. My politics are weird. You know, I don't sit here and like try to like be like a talk show, a pundit, you know, like a talking head on a political roundtable. No one needs that. If you want that, watch cable news. You know, we know what's going on. But yeah, I'll talk to you about a gotcha question. Let's talk about this impossible crisis that's been going on for thousands of years. What's your opinion? I don't want to talk about it. That's what. There's no way we're going to solve it on TikTok. I'll tell you that, or YouTube. Hey, here we're on State Street, that great street. Welcome to Chicago. There's the Betty Boop, the CIBC Theater. We'll head up State Street. We got 1248. Yeah. Social media. You're right. That's a good comment, Wes. I feel more pessimistic about the future of society since I've been on these, not because of you people. You people are great on YouTube. I look forward to these lunch walks because we can actually have an intelligent discussion. You appreciate what we're trying to do here, but then in the mornings and in the evenings, it's made me more pessimistic about the future because people don't know history. They don't have a frame of reference. They ask the same question over and over again. And the fact that so many people don't know certain basic things that I thought were common knowledge. Like, you know, I'll show like the Sears Tower or the Wrigley Building and they don't know where we're at and they're Americans. And, you know, or they don't know. People will ask, you know, a lot of people tune out from outside the country. So I have to understand that if someone says, well, what state is Chicago in? But sometimes they'll be Americans and they don't know that Chicago's in Illinois. And I'm like, so I got to understand that the mentality spans the gamut too. We're dealing with different levels of consciousness, you know. And, but they'll know all about other social media personalities I know nothing about, you know. Hey, look at MJ. What is that? JD, 10 South State Street. Saks Fifth Avenue. We got some shops here. Oh, here's the Carson Prairie Scott. Look how nice it looks in the sun. This is Louis Sullivan's, one of his masterpieces. They call this the Gothic Target because it used to be Carson Prairie Scott. And this wrought iron, cast iron facade here of the entryway. Look at the birds up there. Look at that detailing. Let's see if I can get you. Oh, they got it boarded up here. It's interesting. Let's go inside here. Let's check this out. Yeah, they're working on it. When you see on the inside, you can look up at the columns of the Louis Sullivan entryway. They must have broke through the turnstile there. But let me get you this here. We'll get you the inside here, and then we'll go across the street and film it from the outside here. And even down here, they got this awning here. Look at this. And I guess you can see his initials in here somehow. Here, we'll cross. I'll film it from across the street so we can get the whole thing here. Hey, thanks for staying on. If you just joined, we're in Chicago. We're at Madison and State, Loop of Chicago. We just checked out the Money Museum at the Federal Reserve. And if you missed it, go to the reruns there and you can watch the whole, but here's the Gothic Target, the Louis Sullivan, Carson Prairie Scott. Yeah, the Gothic Target. This is the Gothic Target, yeah. This is it. There's some people yelling over there. This is a vintage skyscraper. This is a vintage skyscraper in Chicago on Steet and Madison here. And here's the, there you can see it better. There's the former Carson Prairie Scott entrance, Louis Sullivan. Now they call it the Sullivan Center. Louis Sullivan was the architect with Adler, I think, his partner. And then look at that. And then now the top is offices. That used to be all retail like Marshall Field's. And now there's just the bottom two are the Gothic Target. And it's still, I still shop at Target. I got one of those red cards, you know, and you got Jimmy John's, Chipotle. And let's see if my connection holds up here. We got, what time we got? 12:52. Thanks for staying on for so long. Let's walk through this alley. This is a mid-block alley that used to be a public street that goes underneath the TJ Maxx, which is above us, and connects up to the bottom end of Marshall Field's. And I think there's another alley that goes through Marshall Field's that has murals in it. But we'll see. I want to see if my connection holds up when we walk through here. Welcome to Chicago. We're in a enclosed alley that connects from Madison Street. It goes right over to Washington, and we're in between Steet and Wabash. Look at that fire escape. Look at that. And see how here, I'll spin around once I get a little further back. Look at the density of the loop. That's why I said I tell people I'm not doing this to convince people to go to Chicago, live in Chicago, promote Chicago. Whether you think about Chicago and our crazy politics, you have to admit that this is interesting. That the fact that they built 20 stories above an alley. This used to be an alley that was open, a public street, and they used the air rights above it to connect this building. And they did the same thing for Marshall Field's here. And see, this is the south side of Marshall Field's. So they can fill the whole block, and I don't know where the alley is here. So there's not an alley. They use the whole bottom ground of Macy's for retail. It was so valuable. That ground floor retail on Marshall Field's was so valuable. They got rid of the alley, and the alley, they must have bought the alley or something. Yeah, we can talk about urban planning sometime. That's a good idea, Lisa. Yeah. Now you see why I'm so interested in cities, and Chicago's my muse, because yeah, New York's bigger, New York's got more history than Chicago, but Chicago's big enough that, you know, we got enough density and history, especially with skyscrapers in this city, to keep me interested in my profession. And thanks for understanding. That's a good question there. Yeah, we'll talk about urban planning sometime. We only got 5 minutes left in this. We'll do it some other time. There's plenty more time for that. Thanks for your interest. And yeah, I can do like a question and answer session. We can talk about it. And then I'm interested in what you do too, because I know you're in academia, and we could talk about all kinds of things. Yeah, and we could talk about the new development. They're planning whole new neighborhoods like the 78 Lincoln Yards. It's controversial because, you know, people talk about affordable housing and public housing and how it's all expensive. It's forcing housing. The cost of housing is astronomical, not just in this city, but other cities. We're all fighting that with inflation. The biggest cost everybody usually has is their cost of housing, whether you buy, rent, or, you know, whatever your situation is. Just maintaining, you know, houses is expensive. Here, we'll walk behind the cultural center piece. There's a great mural here. And starting this month, they're starting the architectural biennial. They have it every 2 years, hence the name biennial. They're having the architectural biennial here in the cultural center. So I'll try to sneak in there and get you some footage of, they'll have wonderful architectural displays in the cultural center, and they're going to have other historical things. But what we're looking at here is there's a mural on the back side of the Chicago Cultural Center, which used to be the public library, and see how they got the women's faces in the trees. They got all, it's called Rushmore, and they got all the names of important figures in leaders of women's rights movements and civil rights, and you got all the faces and then of these people in the tree trunks and how it grows. Now we all benefit from the work they did for equal rights. And isn't it amazing that how many years ago we tried to pass the Equal Rights Amendment and it still hasn't passed? And you know, there's still work to be done. And let me know what I could do to support, you know, and just trying to bring awareness to it, that, you know, and you know, I got my own issues, you know, that we all struggle with. It's being trying to understand from a cisgender male perspective. And I'm not the most woke person either, you know. Don't try to pigeonhole me as trying to. I don't understand all these woke terms either. I'm trying to figure it out, you know. Here's Randolph and Garland. It's all before my time, or after my time. Hey, it sounds like they're playing Michael Jackson up here. Maybe we'll see the Spider-Man or somebody, some street performer up here by the metro station here. Welcome to Chicago. We're going in front of the cultural center here. I just hear some Michael Jackson music here. And Michael Jackson, of course, grew up. There he is. Look. Yeah, we got it. Billie Jean. Yeah, look at this. Yeah. 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 That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, look at this. That's awesome, yeah. Yeah. Hold on, let me see if I got $1 here. All I got is large bills. I had a 5 and I used it to tip somebody, and all I got is like large bills. So I'm not gonna film this wonderful street performer because I want to give him some money if I'm gonna film him, you know. But you can see what's going on here. We're waiting across Randolph Street. He's doing a great job. I just feel guilty filming them without giving him something in his money, his bucket, you know. I don't want to just like film him. When we saw Spider-Man, I gave him a few bucks, and yeah, usually there's street performers right there by the Millennium Station exit, and I turned off the comments there for a second. Yeah, scenes and sounds of the city. Yeah, you can see Gary on a clear day. You can look across the way. You can at least see the smokestacks of the steel mills. There's still steel mills down there in Gary. I think it's U.S. Steel. I think U.S. Steel still has a steel mill in Gary. It's not as busy as it used to be, and of course, you know, Gary suffered when they scaled that down, but it's still there, and you can see the flames from the tower and all that stuff. You can see all the way over to Michigan sometimes on a clear day around the bend of the southern tip of Lake Michigan. But hey, Paula, thanks for tuning in. Michael, be creative. Lisa, thanks for tuning in. Tara, as always, Chris, and everybody else for coming along. Amber, Wes, Omri, Henri Cuss. Even Henri Cuss tuned in to say hello. And everybody else from before, thanks for coming along for the let me zoom in here. Let me zoom into the nice view of the John Hancock, looking up Michigan Avenue. We'll cross the street here, and so we'll go back to the chaos of TikTok tonight. I don't know why we do it, but you know, we'll see how it goes. Thanks everybody for tuning in. This really helps you watching the lives here on YouTube and the reruns. We're close to getting to where I can do subscriptions on YouTube, and you won't have to. I'll never do a paywall. You'll still be able to watch for free. But if somebody, you know, I'll do like a small nominal amount if people want to subscribe, and it's like PBS. It's like supporting quality content, you know, and help with my CTA fare. But here, we'll cross the street, and oops, we got 7 seconds. So this traffic's coming. They're jumping the line there. How's it going? I thought I'd run with them. I could have made it across, but I don't want to set a bad example here. Worse than I usually do. like riding a bike and blowing through red lights and stuff, I know. But hey, thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks on your Cuz Wes. Be creative, peace Elisa. Yeah, we'll talk about urban planning and we'll have some interesting discussions. Thanks for asking. So have a great day. Enjoy the sunshine. We'll see you later tonight on TikTok. Have a great day, everybody. Happy Thursday. Thanks.